This is Thomas. Thomas is a blue tank engine that works on the Northwestern Railway's Farquhar branch on the island of Sodor. He has 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy dome. But when was Thomas built? When did he come to Sodor? And why did he come to Sodor? Well, let's find out. Thomas was built in 1914 at Brighton Works to the design of an LBSER E2 tank engine. Given the E2's rather poor performance, experiments were carried out on Thomas to try and improve it. To give a better view of the modifications performed on Thomas, we'll compare his specs to that of an E2X, his closest relative. His driving wheels were increased by 1 inch, his cylinder diameter was brought up to 18 inches, his boiler pressure was slightly increased to 180 psi, bringing his tractive effort up to 22,783 pounds. And not only that, his water tanks were also modified, which allowed him to carry just about 1,300 gallons of water. These experiments would reclassify Thomas as an E2R. He would be the only member of this classification. Since it was in the middle of the Second World War, no further E2s were modified to Thomas's design. Which is a shame, because Thomas did end up performing quite well in comparison. Deemed satisfactory for further use, Thomas was allowed to be sold to another railway that needed a more powerful and reliable tank engine. Since Topham was first to the sales table, Thomas was bought by the Northwestern Railway. Before leaving the LBSER, Thomas was painted blue, since Topham didn't have the facility to do so. Thomas arrived on Sodor in 1915, 3 months before the opening of the railway. He was brought to help with the railway's construction, and was afterwards put on mixed traffic duties along with Neil, Clive and Matthew. He was reassigned to the Farquhar branch in 1926, since it demanded a powerful tank engine to run the trains. Thomas was the most powerful of the tank engines at the time, and it wouldn't affect the mainline operations without his presence. It was an obvious choice. Thomas happily settled into life on the branch, greatly enjoying the openness of it, given how it was out on the open countryside. The only thing he hated was Farmer McColl's trains, but other than that, he loved it. Nowadays, Thomas still works on the branch, along with his 2 coaches Annie and Clarabelle, as well as with 4 other engines, Toby, Percy, Whiff and Flora. He wouldn't want to be anywhere else. This has been an NWR Prophilic look at Thomas of the Northwestern Railway. Hope you enjoyed it, and keep out for the next installment, featuring an engine we all hold dearly to our hearts.